Alright, first let's create a Corvette scaffold like this. Now we have to fly to one of our bases so that the Corvette is landed in the influence sphere of the base. It is advisable to use a base on a calm planet without storms and possibly also with nice lighting. Now you can build this vertical trick in all 4 cardinal directions. You can build it in this direction, east, south, west, whatever you like. I'm going to show it only in one direction. The principle is the same for all 4 directions. First you have to line up so that the lines of the lower and the upper halves are perfectly aligned. Then, oops, this move put this offline again. It's a bit finicky sometimes. Okay, this should be alright. Now we're going to place a light box. You have to enter free placement mode. It's the second last button in the row up top. And then you have to place it right on the edge of the habs and squarely in the middle of the line that you have aligned yourself with. Now you're going into snap mode again, so press the same button, the second last button, and you're going to snap 3 boxes below that one. And now we're going to do an adjacency glitch. Basically you're going to select the light box again and you aim at the lowest point here, but instead of just placing it, you're going to press the cycle part button, the first button on the button list, and the build button in a very short sequence, almost at the same time, but first the cycle part button. If you don't manage to do it, you have to try again. I have managed on the first try now. So this light floor is now placed instead of the light box, because when we cycled part, light floor is the next part, so we switched to the light floor and placed it before the game could register the switch. So that's how you do that. And now we have to replace the top light box with a light floor as well, same method. You go into C mode, you take this light box again, and now you're going to cycle part again and build almost at the same time. This time I didn't manage, so we have to try again. Failure again. Like that. Now you can delete these 3 light boxes. And now comes the nice trick with the base, why we landed in the vicinity of the base, because we're now going to place a light box, but we're aiming at the planet floor. And now you can see below the description of the light box on the right hand, you can see there is a yellow-orange row with a button, and it says Editing Dominator. This is the name of this Corvette. And if you press the highlighted button, you can see we are now editing the base, and this gives us new buttons in the top row. Basically the toggle wiring button, which is what we need, the last button in the button row. So you're going to press this button, and now we have a wire, and we can connect this wire from here to the lower light floor, but you can see it is red. What you have to do again is you have to press this button highlighted in the yellow bar again in the description of the electrical wiring now on the right hand, and you can see it becomes green. Now place this wire, here it is red again, but you have to press the button again, like that. So now you have placed the wire, and you can delete the light floors. What we're now going to do is we're going to place a window using the wire glitch onto the lower end of this wire, and this window will turn into a nutrition unit, which we can later then snap a hab to in the Corvette builder, so that we have a hab that is differently oriented than these ones here. So you're going to select a window. You're going to aim it, actually I think you can already aim it here, and then you're going to press this nice button again in the highlighted row, and you can press the toggle wiring button, press the highlighted button again, and now we could place another wire that goes from here to somewhere. I have to press the button again. And what we're going to do now is we're going to exit toggle wiring mode. This is the last button on the button row, Q for me. And almost at the same time we're going to place the wire, the second button in the button row. So similar to the adjacency glitch, this is the wire glitch. You have to press this button almost at the same time, but first the toggle wiring button in a very short sequence. I hope I can do it on the first time. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's try again. Second time is the charm. So you can see now we have now a nutrition unit which is rotated 90 degrees in this way, and we can fly to space and snap a hab to it. But there is one problem now. If you this nutrition unit is basically part of the base and not of the Corvette, so if you fly away this will stay here, and what you have to do now is we have to pick this up, switch from the base to the Corvette, and then cancel the movement so that it is part of the Corvette, but I have problems of picking it up now. Let's see, I probably have to go down on the planet floor. It's a bit difficult. Maybe I have to build some scaffold first, let's see. Yes, okay, this works. You can see this nutrition unit. I'm just going to click move, the second button on the button list, but I'm not going to press anything else. And now you can see in the description of the nutrition unit, the yellow row is saying editing Lascaux outpost, but we wanted to say Corvette dominator basically, so we're going to press the button that is highlighted there. And now we're going to cancel movement, so this is right click for me. And now this part should be, this nutrition unit should be part of the Corvette. To check this, we're going to select white light from the build menu, and now if we hover over parts of the Corvette, you can see editing dominator in the description of the white light on the bottom. And if you go on the nutrition unit, you can also see editing dominator, so this means it worked. It is now part of the Corvette. Now we can fly to space and snap a hab to it, and we have a vertically aligned hab to then use as scaffold for whatever we want to do, like vertical thrusters or whatever you can imagine. That's basically the whole trick. I forgot to delete the wire. You can also delete the wire, but it's part of the base, so it doesn't really matter. You now just have a floating wire in your base. Alright, our nutrition unit is here, so I'm going to take this hab, and you can see we can snap it here, and it is perfectly aligned. It is aligned with this edge, and you can add another one, and this will be aligned with this edge. And you can of course use propeller glitch and ducting outlet glitch to shift these around if you need to. And like I said, you can do this on all of these 4 coordinate orientations. You could do it here as well, then you would have a hab that is oriented in this direction. You can do it here, then you would have a hab that is the same as this one, but flipped 180 parts around. And of course you can also do it here. So then if you do it on all 4 sides, you have a scaffold for all orientations, and you can just keep one hab each, so that you can always build off of them again if you need something. That's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for viewing.